What's up, guys? Welcome to A Reseller's Life. My name is Chris. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been running an online store for about 3 years now out of an 800 square foot unit. And today I want to go over 10 things that you can do no matter what the situation is to boost your sales. So let's get straight into it. Number one is going to be you can list an item. Now, this is more designed for momentum because obviously one item is not going to really make your living online. Also, one push-up's not going to get you into shape, but that habit of doing one thing to get the momentum moving in the right direction is what most people need to get started. Don't get analysis paralysis. Jump straight into listing at least one item, especially if you're just getting started. Step number two is actually improving your listings every single day. So I recommend you improve 4% of your listings every single day. That way, every single month, you improve your entire store. But as an example, I'm improving these Merrell hiking boots. They've been in my store for a while. I went through and I updated the size quantities to make sure that I have all the sizes listed. And I improved the title. I rearranged the photos. I changed the pricing a little bit. And I just made some tweaks that'll help it sell faster. So also, Easter egg of this video, put in the chat what Pokemon this is, and I'll enter you in a drawing to win another Make Progress Daily t-shirt. So appreciate you guys tuning in, and let's get into the rest of the tips. Step number three is to bundle or donate at least one item a day. So I'm actually going to make a bundle. I'm going to include it in the description below on a wholesale lot. So I'm hoping that someone can at least double their money. So I'll make a giant box, one of these things that's 22 by 22 by 22, and I'll ship it to somebody wholesale. And if they have the extra time to list items, they can go ahead and do that. But for you, your habit should be to constantly be trimming the fat from your store. So for me, stuff under $30 that's in this location. I also have an East Coast location, but here, if it's under $30, it doesn't get listed. So it either goes off wholesale or to somebody locally that does the flea market for me. But get into that habit of trimming the bottom 5 or 10% of your store or inventory every single day. Step four is to read one chapter of a book or to listen to one podcast and implement one thing that you learned. I was listening to a productivity podcast that mentioned that you should have zip ties in your workspace. So I bought 1,000 zip ties for $10. So you can look at my link in the description below under bit.ly/reseller supplies that has all the things that I use. But this has been really useful because when you're bundling things or doing cord management to get stuff out of the way and off the floor, zip ties really come in handy, and 1,000 of them for $10 is like a lifetime supply. So I recommend getting zip ties in your workspace. Number five is one of my favorite ones. Let me know in the comment section below which one of these tips is the most useful for you, but that's contacting or emailing one supply per day. If you do this for an entire year, you've now reached out to 365 people. If you just want to be useful and help them and let them know what you do, give them a link to your store, which is your resume, and let them know that you're interested in doing business together. This is a fantastic way to start the ball rolling on meeting people who can give you supply. All of my supply is really from local distributors, so I haven't found that much luck online because there's too many people trying to do that from the comfort of their home. So get out there, knock on some doors, send some emails, try to build some rapport with somebody. If you do this every single day, I guarantee you will have suppliers after a year. Number six is to do one healthy act for yourself. This is very important, to take time for yourself to either journal, get your thoughts down, or go for a walk, or spend a few minutes talking to somebody that you love, which might be yourself. Honestly, positive talk to yourself is really important. Let yourself know, hey, you know what? We're in this together. You and me are going to be here forever, all the way till the end. Let's do the best that we can with what we have. Focus on what you have and you'll always be grateful and you can always move forward. If you focus on what you don't have, that's the opposite of doing something healthy for yourself. That's actually sabotaging yourself and focusing on things that you can't control. Focus on what you can do, what you have, your current resources. Be positive to yourself. This is important. It's not woo-woo. It's going to help you start making that positive momentum because that's all you need to switch your negative momentum to the positive direction. It's going to take you all the way to the top. Number seven is to plan tomorrow today. So I have these 10 steps, these 10 rules for reselling inside of my progress journal. So in the back of it, it has these 10 habits, but it also has this calendar for 6 months. So what I want you to do is write down your most important tasks to accomplish the next day, the day before. So you can basically fill this out. Then after a month, you'll have 30 amazing things that you did. But There's no crazy productivity hacks here. Basically, you just plan the next day, the day before. That's all you can really do. You can't plan that far into the future. Focus on one day at a time. And after 30 days even, you're going to start crushing it because you've built this momentum over time. It's all about stacking. Stack this day's progress on yesterday's progress. Stack tomorrow's progress on today's progress on yesterday's progress. And after a year, you won't even recognize yourself. Number 8 is you want to journal your progress improvement. So inside this journal, or just a regular 99-cent journal from Target, you can say, what business process would have the most impact on my goal? Is it sourcing? Is it you're inputting your items into your system? Is it your photography? Is it your listing process? Is it your customer service? What is it that you need to focus on to improve your store? Write that down every single day. Write down what would make that process great. What does it look like when it's done? Write down what has the most impact on this process and focus on that first. This is the 80-20% rule. 80-20 rule rather. You focus on the things that move the needle and you're going to be in an amazing place. So keep it simple, circle what day it is, write down the date, focus on what you're doing. And also these 10 habits, I have a habit tracker here. So you can write your own habits because for every person it's different, and just check it off and basically don't break the chain. If you do miss the boat and one day you don't get your habit done, just don't miss 2 days in a row. Just keep going, focus on the improvement, journal it every single day. And honestly, this is one of the things that's changed my life the most, is just writing down and giving myself credit and proof that I'm actually making progress towards my goal. Number 9 is making sure that you actually have your goal concrete and visible. So for me, my goal is 100 sales a day that net me $10 profit or more. My resale goal is $365,000 a year pre-tax profit. So that's like etched into my brain. So every day I just move closer to that goal, and I don't worry about politics. I don't worry about drama. I'm just laser focused on my goal. For business, for reselling, I have goals for YouTube. I have goals for relationships. I have goals for new relationships. Write down what you want, and success for me is when your day, your life matches what you wrote down. Okay, it's not what somebody else wrote down. Nobody else can define success for you except for you. At the end of your life, when you die, you're going to be judging your report card for your life, and your opinion is the only one that matters. Okay, so write down what you want and then compare that with what you actually do. That's it. Number 10 is invest in yourself. You want to make the biggest investment in your own education and your own skills. Your ability to earn money is your number one tool for building wealth. You increase your skills, increase your knowledge, increase your experience. Also, you can increase your experience by purchasing my reseller field guide for $35 with code YouTube in the description below. That really helps me with the production of this channel and give you guys the most actionable information that I can. That really helps me out, and it's also an investment in your future. If you can't afford it, let me know. I do have some affiliate links that you can sign up for free. If you do those, I'll trade you. I'll give you the course for free. I don't want people to use that as an excuse. So let's just invest in yourself. Just do reading, work on your habits, work on your skills. And until next time, guys, make progress daily.